Welcome, folks. This is another vlog for the spin-off year 2, and this is a sequel to a fond memory I have of doing a lucid dream from the spin-off year 1. So basically, last year's dream, I had a lucid dream about remembering that the rapper slash model Black China invited me to a party she was hosting, and I got invited with my neighbor. Well, this time I've had a dream, and this one's a little bit different, but this one's about Frankenstein. So basically, if you know Frankenstein, the big, hulking, green-tinted monster that is kind of dumb and kind of walks around like a zombie like this and stuff. Maybe not so much a zombie, but is just kind of seen as like a clumsy and doofus type horror kind of nightmarish dude. Well, basically my local mall in Missouri had a program where you could get into a fist fight with him. Now I don't remember how much it cost to, but they basically made an actual Frankenstein where there was a huge, like 6'9" being that was just like Frankenstein, had the bolt in his neck, the black suit, and was dumb and kind of gangly like him, and you could pay money to fight him. And I was like, huh. And it was at my mall, and I live like at one of my houses. I live kind of not too far from a mall, and I kind of felt like, that's kind of interesting. Now the thing about it is, I didn't choose to fight Frankenstein. I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it, because the whole situation about it was, I realized in the dream, I was like, Frankenstein's, supposing there was a real life Frankenstein's probably like 6'9", 360 pounds, something like that. I'm just not going to do it. I figure, I'm 5'10 and a half, almost 5'11". I don't feel like I'm going to get into a fist fight with Frankenstein. Now, really, I want to say that they would allow like a minor amount of weapons. I don't really know. I don't think you could bring like a knife or a sword or a flamethrower or something like that, but maybe like brass knuckles or something like that you could bring. But ultimately, I said I wasn't going to do it. But, Jackal Goldkick was in the dream. So, if you've seen my channel, you know that I oftenly enough talk with Jackal Goldkick. But this was really one of the first dreams where he was in it also. Now, I don't remember, like, what exactly he was up to, but I just remember him saying, like, yeah, he was going to fight Frankenstein. He was going to pay the money and go to the mall in my town and fight him. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. It wasn't a very extenuated dream. It's not like it was all drawn out and I watched people fight, but just the concept of that relative program, and at least knowing one person in Jackal Goldkick who was going to attempt to fight Frankenstein, it was just kind of like, hell, that just kind of happened to be the thing. But yeah, I just wasn't going to do it. And on a side note, I'm honestly surprised that Jackal Goldkick hasn't been in more of my dreams, just because, as often as I talk with him, you would think that he would have made regular appearances, but there hasn't really ever been a time where Jackal Goldkick's been there with Cobalt and I, or even Gary, as much, Gary never really makes appearances, but just that kind of stuff to be able to say that that was one of the initial dreams I had where Jackal Goldkick was in it, and he was willing to fight Frankenstein, and I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. I just chose not to, and there was a program, and really I would almost wonder if that were real, how much that would cost. Like if you could pay $250 to get in a fist fight with someone, even if you get your ass kicked and you get completely mauled by like someone who's 6'8" or 6'10" or whatever Frankenstein is. And just to kind of say, I'm sure like the rules, if I had fleshed that out in the dream, would have said, hey, you're taking your health and your own risk if you think you can take Frankenstein in a fight. But that was something my town came up with for like a program that you could do to spend some money.